Hello, it's Lolly. I was just, well, I'm cleaning, which is a miracle in itself, right? My entire craft zone is a craftnado. It's a disaster. I can hardly walk in here anymore, so I have been really committed to cleaning up. But I have to start outside my craft zone because I need to clean up an area there that it's to rearrange furniture and everything, but you'll understand. So, and I'm going through all of these old pattern books. And this is bound to bring back some memories for you guys as well. And I was just thinking of crafts gone by. You know, the days gone by when we used to do certain crafts. And if you would look at this, yes, I did make one of these jackets out of a blanket thing. And I wore it too. Anyway, I am not going to show you every one of these pattern books I have, but what I want to focus on today is sharing an old craft and wondering what crafts that you were passionate about and used to do, but you do not want to pick up again. And that is that I was painting on fabric for a long time. Look at the hair. You can tell this is pretty dated, right? This says Jilly Bean, and I don't know if that's any relation to the Jilly Bean that does paper crafts right now. I think Jilly Bean that way is spelled with an I. But anyway, I did fabric painting for quite a while. And so I'm proud to say that I don't have any of these shirts that I painted back then. But you can tell from the tracings that I did. Look at the rear end on this thing. These were pictures that I actually copied and traced and put onto shirts. T-shirts and sweatshirts. So this gives you an idea as to the style that I had done. Yes, I did these, and I wore them all the time. And this just brings back such memories. I don't even know what happened to half these shirts. Some of them I actually did for my kids, but most of them were ones that I wore. Some of them I drew, and most of these, though, were traced out of pattern books and out of, did I do these? I don't think I actually did the sheep. I'm not sure. Some of these were pattern books, and some were, I drew, but most of these were pattern books. Remember these bunnies? And a little angel. I also traced some out of coloring books, too. Now, this was the very first one I ever did, and I actually took a class on fabric painting. And I still have my brushes, and I will probably keep those. What I discovered was I can use these techniques that I learned and use them for practical skills. Like I had some clothes that had been bleached accidentally, you know, like splattered bleach, and I was able to use paint to correct it. But here's another thing. We used to... I made this little award pocket for my 4 kids, and they would earn little tickets, awards, you know, and they would use those to cash in for little prizes and things. But that was fabric painting. This is, out of all the things that I made, though, this is the only thing I really have left that required some skill. Now, once I started rubber stamping, there's something in the pocket. Once I started rubber stamping, I learned about stamping and using those images. So I had this huge denim tote bag, and I sewed pretty bright buttons there. I stamped flowers across the top, painted those in, and I stamped Winnie the Pooh and painted him in. I said I colored those. I painted them. And I stamped the sunflower and the ladybug and painted them in. So this is, like I said, one of the things that I have a hard time parting with. And I sewed buttons on the back too. Have a hard time parting with that because it was such a long process getting all this painted out. But just thought I'd share with you some of my old craft projects that I'm digging out. In the comments below, leave me some ideas of some of the things that you used to do craft-wise that you do not want to do anymore. And I'm going to be discussing a couple more too. And in the link below, I will give you a link to beading. I used glass beads for a while, and I will show you some of the crafts that in that video, some of the crafts that I made with my beading. Thank you for watching and enjoying this blast from the past.